All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays, coming to you live as the markets are already open. We are witnessing an awesome rebound. This was a great buy the dip. It was telegraphed ahead of time by the MRI on both the weekly and the daily, and we timed it as perfectly as a trade could be timed. Glad to see that audio is good, video is good. Let's go to the charts. It's doing it to me again. All right, the buy content. Just gotta be careful not to click on anything weird again. All right, we should be okay. All right, so here we go. Here's the weekly chart. The week is having a great bullish candle. It is still an MRI reversal week, and it will be an MRI reversal week unless, actually, no, unless. It will stay an MRI reversal week no matter what. I have to pay more attention to my own indicator. So how high can this weekly candle go? Well, I think it can go as high as that moving average. So probably as high as $47,000 is possible on the current week. Anything above that, I would be very, very surprised that we're able to make it that high inside a single week. Someone is saying no volume. I find that very, very hard to believe. I should check your end. It should be fine. Okay. Next, the Consensio chart. Yesterday, I put in a 20% bullish allocation, and I even announced the price, 42,500. You watched me do it live on camera. This is a conservative position. I just, I trusted the MRIs. Yes, I could have trusted the MRIs earlier, and I could have put in that bullish allocation at, say, $40,500 easily. But because this is a more risk-averse retirement portfolio style of allocation, we needed to wait and be certain that this rebound is substantial. And here we are. This is a beautiful candle. Current candle is starting to push the bounds because we're right at the moving average. I would love to see us close above the moving average, and that doesn't take much. All we need to do is go up another $500 and close above, say, 44,250. Okay, and I think that is very, very possible within the next 9 hours. Before we go to the daily chart, guys, you saw the background behind me, unconfiscatable, coming to you the first weekend of March in Las Vegas. Lots of fun. Carnivory dinner is getting closer and closer to that sellout, guys. The carnivory dinner is getting closer to the sellout. Still general admission tickets. So go ahead and get yours. Price will probably rise to 500 eventually, but for now we're gonna keep it because we want to make sure we have a nice, good crowd. This event will max out at approximately 400 people, so it's not a huge event. All right, it's definitely not like Bitcoin 2022, which I will be at as well. Bitcoin Magazine is a friend of ours, and they should be on top. There they are, along with other sponsors and media sponsors. Our media sponsors are at the bottom, guys. Shout out to Bitcoin.org and Oshi for helping us with Lightning payments. All right. You can click on all these links, by the way. All right. Thank you for following the YouTube channel. We are over 1,000 subscribers. Of course, we would like to break 100,000 subscribers, but breaking the 1,000 subscribers was our first milestone, and our next one is breaking 10,000 subscribers. This is where, if the event is to be streamed, this is where we are very likely to stream it. There's my channel as well, but we'd like to stream it to the unconfiscatable channel. Check out these 1-minute highlight clips. They are really, really cool. Okay. Daily chart. Daily chart is just perfect. This is how you write textbooks on technical analysis. We had a reversal candle. That reversal candle had an MRI warning arrow. The following candle was the MRI buy candle. It is within the weekly MRI buy situation. We broke the prior candle swing high, which is a conservative way to enter a trade off of a reversal hammer or doji candle. I put in this green arrow yesterday, identifying that once you break the prior candle's high, there's very likely probability of a rise. And I am looking for a rise all the way into an area of resistance. Right now, there is a double area of resistance, and that is the area of the breakdown in price, which is right there, coupled with the declining 50-period moving average. Unless we go up like a rocket, we are very likely to touch them around the same time and at approximately $47,000 sometime in early next week. Okay, sometime early next week. Yeah, Richard Hart and Hex won one award at the last Scammy Awards. I was hoping they would win more. They were nominated for more, but they have to compete against Craig Wright. And it's very difficult to win awards against Craig Wright. So Richard Hart won Best New Scam with Hex, but he did not win Scammer of the Year. He came in second place as Scammer of the Year to Craig Wright. Craig Wright also won the Lifetime Scammer Achievement Award. I kind of wanted it to go to John McAfee, but it ended up being Craig Wright. Unfortunately, it would be in bad taste to award John McAfee a Lifetime Scammer Achievement Award at this point. So the competition will be tough this year. You know, Charles Hoskinson might get in. John McCaleb has always been in, and Dan Larimer, of course. Like who can forget Dan Larimer? The Lifetime Scammer Achievement Award is a really special award. Oh, I completely agree with Vitalik Buterin. Wow, I didn't know he said that. Can I get a link or a quote to that? Vitalik says Bitcoin versus Ethereum is like socialism versus capitalism. I completely agree. Ethereum is total socialism, complete socialism. They're even trying to go proof of stake, which is socialism. Couldn't agree more with Vitalik. Might be the first time I have ever agreed with Vitalik. No, CZ wasn't nominated for any awards. Man, yeah, CZ needs something. We got to think of something. All right, lower level timeframes. Here's the hourly chart. We have reached the target of the breakout of the ascending triangle. We had just missed it yesterday, but we have broken above it today. Now, we just started a brand new hour. We are very close to an hourly MRI top. Keep that in mind. In a few hours, there's going to be an MRI top on the hourly chart. We had a beautiful MRI buy here, started right down there. We had a beautiful MRI buy here. We have not had an MRI sell on the hourly chart in a while. Here's another beautiful MRI buy, and here's another beautiful MRI buy. So all you've had on the hourly charts are MRI buys. this was not a beautiful MRI buy, as it did not lead to a rebound. But the last 1, 2, 3, and 4 MRI signals have been perfect, like ridiculously perfect. So it's about time we get an MRI sell and look for a little bit of a correction, maybe a pullback back to the moving average, and then go up from there. Oh, is that the tweet? Is that the Vitalik tweet? Let's see. Uh-oh, that would be bad. Let's not see my DMs. As is proof of work is worse, as the minimum amount of funds needed to participate profitably is much higher. Proof of stake is literally designed to empower those with a large capital. I don't want to say that word because I might get banned on YouTube. Wait. But they agree, right? Like proof of stake is literally designed to empower those with larger capital, right? I'm very confused. I'm very confused by Ben's tweet. So Samson, a year and a half, 2 years ago, almost a year and a half ago, wrote Bitcoin is capitalism, Ethereum is socialism. I agree, right? But then Ben wrote retarded virtue signaling tweet. Why is this a virtue signaling tweet? This is reality. And then he writes proof of stake is literally designed to empower those with larger capital. Oh, okay. Right, but that's not what capitalism is. Capitalism doesn't empower those with larger capitalism, with larger capital. That's what socialism does. Like socialism only distributes the wealth amongst the poor people, right? Like socialism, keeps rich people in power. Well, like this is the problem. Capitalism allows anyone to make it to the top. Yeah, these guys, yeah, this is Ethereum is definitely socialism. So like socialism has this idea that everyone is equal. Everyone's not equal under socialism. You have no chance to make it to the top under socialism unless you are friends with someone at the top. In capitalism, you can outcompete the guy in front of you. Anyway, let's move on. There's way too many socialists in the crypto space. That's why they want to print their own money. Beautiful move on GBTC with, of course, the premium rising. You notice a trend, right? Premium rises when prices rise. Premium falls when prices fall. Eventually, when the price starts rising in FOMO, this premium would evaporate very, very quickly as there will be fewer and fewer sellers. And there's no new GBTC shares coming onto the market potentially ever. So this premium is very likely to evaporate. Oil is rising, and it's only a matter of time before it reaches new all-time highs. Hey guys, the Financial Summit. Come join us in the Dominican Republic the first week of August for an awesome event where we talk nothing but finance and investing for 5 days. Also, if you want to check out a cool video, just go to unconfiscatable.com, refresh the site, and here are the highlights from last year's event. You can also click on the poker tournament and check out the highlights from that event. And also the carnivory dinner to check out the highlights from that event. This year is going to be so cool at the Mod Museum. It'll be awesome. Okay, there was a stock I needed to look at for like 3 days and I still haven't. So let's do it now. NPK. NPK, let's go do that. Trump's company. Trump's company is doing very well, as discussed on this show for many weeks now, that it should do very well. NPK on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Whoa, that is a nice week. I don't know what this company does. Some kind of a tech company. Also with the daily chart. The daily chart is going to hit an MRI top sometime next week. And as it turns out, next week is going to be the MRI warning candle. So this is going up exponentially. I don't know if they've cured cancer. Oh, nope, they did not, because they've done better in the past. So this looks like an IPO a long, long time ago. They did not perform very well. They fell all the way down 97%. But unlike a shitcoin, this is a company with a product. So eventually they kept working. And right around here at above $1, you realize, you know what, they're not going anywhere. They actually might have a product. And at this point, I would not be surprised if this eventually breaks to new all-time highs. However, a pullback is badly needed. So that pullback is likely to come back to earth at approximately $2. So enjoy the run while it lasts. I am looking for a top sometime next week when the daily and the weekly somewhat align. This could still go into the $4 range. I would start taking some profit now if I was holding this thing throughout the big rise and capturing that 300% gain. But I would be looking for this to top in the very near future. We'll try to keep an eye on this. So I'll try and remember over the next couple of days. Let's go to the S&P 500. Gold, not interesting unless it breaks the prior swing high. Someone just sent me a hip hop track. I don't want to promote things I don't know, so I'll listen to it later. What do we got in the S&P? The S&P in a couple of days will probably be at a new all-time high. Okay, so all this fear that the Fed's going to raise rates, who cares? Who cares? The S&P will probably be about $5,000, 5,000 points before they raise rates. And they'll raise rates, and it will fall a few $100, and it will make a higher low, and then it's going to go back up again. Okay, I remain bullish on the S&P 500. Is the daily depth cross of significance? Yes, it is of very high significance. However, because the price was so depressed at the time of the cross, I anticipated a bounce into the cross. And then we will see whether it will get rejected by the moving averages. Guys, there is a pretty high probability. There's a pretty high probability that this will happen. It is very, very possible. I have not ruled out the fact that we could have a bear market right now. I have not ruled this out. But this is a dip worth buying because you don't know what is going to happen next week. We have no idea what's going to happen next week. We could also go straight up. We don't know. I'm going to leave the arrows like this because I don't know what's going to happen, right? But something very, very interesting is going to happen right there. Something very interesting is going to happen right there. And it's going to be one of three things. I know it's rocket science, but it'll be one of three things. Either we get rejected and go to new lows. We get rejected, go establish a higher low, and then go up. Or we don't get rejected and we keep going up. These are pretty much your only three possibilities. I kind of ruled out consolidation here because I just don't see that happening. But it's not rocket science to have options of what can happen. But how are you preparing for this? How are you preparing for the rejection? Here's how I'm preparing for the rejection. I'm buying the dip now and deciding on what to do here later. When we get here, we will manage it as best we can with technical analysis. All right, moderators, what else we got? That's pretty much it. That's it, guys. If you want to support, come to Unconfiscatable. It's the best way to support. Check out our awesome lineup of speakers. I'm sure you're all familiar with the work of the crypto couple. Love their videos. And there's also the ToneVase.com website, forgetting that exists. Those that are interested in the MRI, check out the MRI. Also, the MRI alert service. I haven't mentioned that in forever. Let me log into it real quick. I have to get off screen share for that. Log in into the MRI alert service. We can go back to screen share. Here's the MRI alert service. You can check it out. Just click on Trading MRI. Well, click on Trading MRI. It's tradingmri.com right there. Just go to tradingmri.com. I should put that in the video description, by the way. You can use it for free for a few months. It's an alert service. We can notify you by email, probably eventually by Telegram, if not already. You can make your own custom portfolio of assets. You can see my assets in my portfolio. I should probably add more. I'm always tempted to just go back to trading and like not be this Bitcoin evangelist. And if I do, this is the service I would be using. Tilray, look at Tilray. It's bottoming on the monthly scale. We've been keeping an eye on Tilray. Oh, look at that. Yep, this is the MRI buy candle on Tilray. You just won't see it until the month ends. But you can see right there, you had the MRI warning. You had extension A, extension B on a monthly scale on Tilray. Lots of good things happening on a monthly scale. How's the weekly scale doing? The weekly scale also completed all of its extensions, and it's almost ready for an MRI buy on a weekly scale. And daily has already turned bullish. Okay, Bitcoin is now bullish on the daily. Still, this should be weekly MRI buy. Let's see what's going on. Oh, that's the daily. Right, the daily is coming off the MRI buy. Oh, what happened here? This is Coinbase data. What is this candle? Oh, I see what happened here. We didn't reset on January 1st. Interesting. Okay, I need to look into that. So there was a mismatch in data with TradingView. If you look at TradingView, the weekly chart And this is not the unfortunate part about data. The weekly chart starts on January 1st. No, it starts January 3rd. Interesting. The weekly chart here starts on January 3rd. And the weekly chart on Coinbase starts on January 2nd. I hate the mismatch in data. I really do. It usually happens in Bitcoin. It's not as likely to happen in stocks, because in stocks, there's a more consistent operation. All right, well, you take a look. Could be a data issue coming from the provider. Don't use Coinbase data. I know we need to stop using Coinbase data, but it's hard to get this index data. Well, we're going to look into it. Yeah, Coinbase data is terrible. I agree. So the weekly is actually on an MRI buy. All right, guys. Check out the service. It's really, really useful. Lots of people are now using it, and I will be utilizing it even more. You can see Tesla has become bullish on the higher level timeframes, and Uber is neutral, bullish. So that means these two could flip bullish any minute. So Uber could be looking good. Oh, I love the consolidation here for a breakout. That could turn bullish any day. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, come out to Las Vegas, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.